Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Best teammate.
Thanks to Con and Lena at the Brighton Trophy Centre. Welcome to Best Team Men. It is Best Team Men this week.
Boys,
Matt,
boys.
Andy, this is sick, hey? How good is this?
It's a good vibe.
It's less whingy. It's like less attitude. The fashion's great.
Yeah.
And Rosie won't listen to this.
No.
She won't listen to this. So we can say whatever we want.
What do we really think about her husband? I fucking love him.
Love him. Great guy.
Never met him, but geez, he's hot.
Break up with her. Yeah. Oh, no. Come on.
What about her son?
What?
Yeah.
What about her son?
I don't know.
Oh, do you know this, right? I was in the car with the girls.
He's a very attractive... You know what's really funny? I thought of Rosie yesterday. Sorry. I went into this like random store at Semaphore and everything there, they had like branded cushions with that monobrow...
Monobrow.
The monobrow.
Do a monobrow.
Who's that monobrow chick that
The artist?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't listen to anything she said about it.
Frida Felcher.
Alfredo or something.
Yeah. Sorry. You go, bro.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, I was in the car the other week with the girls.
Yeah,
and I was going, hey, you guys want to see like Rosie and little Henrietta? And then fucking George goes,
good story,
thanks,
man.
guys.
Henrietta.
No, George is like, Dad, it's not Henrietta, it's Nicoletta. Oh. And I was like, well, that's not what Jarrod says. And then we kept driving and that was it.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
You rattled me with that question.
I was like, if anyone was going to be across it was you.
I haven't got much sleep. Also, mate, do you have temperature control in here?
Oh,
no.
Why is it only... It smells like burning metal outside of here, and it's like a sauna in here.
We're filming porn downstairs, and there's some weird shit with some metal down there. That's why the whole it just sounds like it's really been fucking ridden.
Is this recording?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I had to look at it to make sure because you really did my head in there. To answer your question, no, it's because the talent's so hot in here. So
yeah. Well, there's a lot to get through. I haven't really I'm not planned with too much stuff.
Well, we don't have a producer today, so
we had an assistant producer, but no one knows who that is.
No, we didn't get a passive aggressive rundown. Got a few text messages. Rosie saying she's not going to be here. Then Andy saying, "So you guys ready for tomorrow?" And also, I love your social media activity is outstanding because this is real parent life, right?
Yeah.
So we can all. You probably are not at the point of being on this level yet.
No.
And one day you'll get there. But what I'm saying is, when you put a photo up of your kids saying, "Geez, they're having a great time coming into work with Dad," we think they're having a great time, and we want them to have a great time. They're having a shit time. Because I went through that through my childhood.
You know what the girls love coming in here? They love playing table tennis and eating out of the cookie jar.
Ah,
yes.
That's why I love coming here.
Do you?
Yes. Yeah. It was way better than when I used to go to my dad's work.
Like a good ball sport and something to eat.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
My dad used to take me to work and substitute it as spending time with him.
You used to go on the internet there, didn't you?
We haven't spoken in 20 years.
I used to go to see Uncle Barry in production. He shows me some magazines.
Yeah, see, this is why I'm looking at your kids now going, quality time at work doesn't necessarily turn into a relationship. I haven't spoken to my dad.
Yeah, how's that?
It's not good. Yeah.
Happy Father's Day.
My dad used to make me work.
Yeah, right.
I used to have to label bottles and all sorts of shit.
I'm taking my fucking top off.
Yeah, it's
so hot.
I also do that to make sure I get people to take their tops off.
That's why you've done it, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, stay free.
Hey, so I was walking out of my the radio studio that I'm in, and then I walked past a group of 6 people that were part of some tour. So, because we're so close to home here, we think that Adelaide doesn't have tour guides and stuff. There are people that walk around the city and show people, this is Regent Arcade. Have a look at Gaze Arcade. And there is Parliament House and this stuff.
Here's a random pigeon.
Yeah, so Adelaide Oval is a great spot. If you're walking around the city to go have a look at it, there's probably something which is ours. But then you have a look at some of the photos of Europe, which everyone's in Europe at the moment. If you suggested last week, Matt. Eiffel Tower, I stole one of my words. Eiffel Tower, Arc de Triomphe, Champs-Élysées, all these cool places. You go to the Rome, you go to the Colosseum. You went on your regional tour and you looked for the dog in a tucker box or whatever.
Yeah, I'll look for a dog in a tucker box, yeah, for sure.
So what do we showcase here? What would tourists go to look at apart from Adelaide Oval?
In the city?
Yeah.
Oh,
come down Highland Street
Pigeon.
on a Saturday night. You'll see a
that's
bit of
great.
shit then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to the Macca's.
Yeah.
About 3 a.m. Sweet as.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like a bank now. Like they've got the glass
Yeah,
screens
it's
up.
horrible.
So which
I
is-
drive down Highland Street at 5 in the morning. It's horrible every time.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
But to answer your question, I don't know. Like
Yeah.
whether we take it for granted because we live here, but I agree with you. Like, it's certainly nothing really worth.
But even
getting
in
a
our
tour
own
guide
country, though, I reckon you go to Sydney, great to go have a look at the Opera House.
Yeah, the
the
bridge.
Harbour Bridge is there. You go to Melbourne, the MCG, but what else?
for. Eureka Tower.
You reckon that's a tourist destination? They had that massive Ferris wheel, which nobody used. Are you all right, Andy?
Probably your best bet is to sit down
okay.
and watch your favourite show, Adelaide and South Aussie with the Cozzy, and get a big list of things that you can then go take your tour guides around to. Probably not. Why is everything going quiet? Anyway.
We're just all passed out because it's so hot in here.
Yeah.
Can you please turn my headphones up a little bit? Did you
Sure,
see
mate.
Ed Sheeran jump on stage with Eminem?
Yeah.
Well, or the other way around, I guess.
Other way around. So I was in Detroit and Ed Sheeran is there playing his loop pedal guitar and then Eminem jumps onto the stage, which everybody was up and about with.
Ed Sheeran's smart at that because he's done that with a few artists in their hometowns.
Ed Sheeran's really smart. I watched an interview that he did with, it's a triggering name to say, but Zane Lowe. I watched an interview he did, who's an amazing interview guy, works
Radio
for Apple
1.
Music, he's from New Zealand, and he was speaking at Ed Sheeran, and he said that Shape of You, he didn't like at all. He thought it was a lazy song, and he didn't want to release it. And then they're like, nah, bro, you're going to do what we say.
Was that his first massive hit?
Nah, it was the album with Castle. He released Castle on the Hill and Shape of You at the same time as Negotiation because the record label wanted him to release Shape of You. He wanted to release Castle on the Hill. I don't know. We were both at Nova at the time, Andy, where both songs came out on the same day. So he released that as a compromise.
Yeah.
18 was his first one, I reckon.
18 was his first one. Yeah.
Sorry to ruin that.
That's all right.
No, that's fine.
But yeah, how good are redheads?
So can we talk about the trolls? I need honest feedback from you guys about this because I've had a moment with a video that I put up on the weekend, but I need feedback from you guys.
I understand. I've been trolled before.
Yeah, but I trust you guys, so I expect honest feedback here. So for the people listening, so all two of you, Rosie and her son, so I put a video up. I filmed this video 2 months ago where I've got an old TV, right? So the old TV I've had since 2007. So the TV is 15, 16 years
Is it
old.
a fatback?
Pardon?
He said it's the fatback TV.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about high school. No. It was. It's just like an LCD. I didn't die in high school. I mean,
No.
yeah. So LCD TV. And a few years ago, we bought a soundbar to put with it, a Sonos one.
I remember the time when you bought that soundbar. It was the greatest time ever for
yeah,
you.
exactly. It was.
Get it from JB Hi-Fi.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I reckon I did in the
So
city.
The Sonos one?
Yeah.
Is that how you say it?
The Sonos one, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're pretty cool.
yeah.
So we had moved house and we moved the soundbar into our lounge room because we got a bigger TV. So what I found out with the television is I unplugged the soundbar, tried to go back to its original external sound for the TV, and you couldn't. So I called Panasonic and went through literally phone calls, went through forums and everything. And Panasonic were great, by the way. They called me back about 9 times. And initially they were like, cool, we'll try to help you. Got to the 9th call and they said, unfortunately, there is an issue within the TV and we don't make the parts for it anymore because it's that old.
Yeah.
We can replace it. It's gonna cost you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's cool. I just needed to know what was going on. I think the only thing potentially I could have done was maybe purchased another soundbar to put into it, but that would have been the cost of a new TV.
Yeah.
So I thought I'll just get a new TV, which can be a smart TV for the kids. No problem. What am I going to do with this old TV? So I thought of the idea of hitting the TV when something happens that I'm not happy with.
Sure.
So I've been waiting for that moment. I thought about the Adelaide Thunderbirds almost losing the grand final. Great moment. Then Port lost on the weekend. So in the video, I didn't have the TV plugged in. It was in a completely different part of the house. I've said to my missus, just film me going out there, hit it with an axe. No problem. All good. Put it online. Superimposed Port Adelaide losing to Carlton on the weekend.
Okay.
And it's obviously fake, right? You can see the screen move. You can see it's not plugged in.
Yeah.
was daytime.
It was very meme-like.
Daytime, very meme-like, right?
Yep.
So I had I've deleted the Facebook app from my phone because I became fixated on looking at the comments. I was just refresh. I looked on my computer this morning at Facebook just to see what was going on with it because I'm going through this battle. Do I delete the fucking post or do I leave it up? It's had over 1 million impressions in 2 days, which is significant. So the positive feedback of people laughing and stuff, the negative feedback, people going, you earn enough money to break a TV. Oh, it's obviously fake. It's not plugged in. Oh, you're a bad actor. Oh, you're a loser supporter. You're just doing this for likes. Oh, this guy's a flog, like all this kind of stuff. And I started to get defensive and reply to everyone. This is the thing I wanted your feedback on, right? Because a bloke.
How are you replying? You direct messaging them, or you?
No, I was replying publicly. So one of the things I wrote back to, which really pissed me off, is when they say you hit like a girl, and I'm like, because I'm a father of daughters, I say that's cool. And I said this on radio this morning. Like, you couldn't kick a football from outside 50, but I'm sure Aaron Phillips probably could. You couldn't kick a goal like Sam Kerr would. So do you say you kick like a girl when you look at players like this? You couldn't bowl a fast ball like Megan Shute could, you pig. So I comment on a lot of them.
Why did you look at me when you were saying that?
It's really weird.
I've faced Megan in the nets and she's quick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I know this is very long-winded. I try to get back to everyone that has a crack at me. I focus on the 10% negative as opposed to the 90% positive. And there's been lots of stuff. Then I start doubting myself because I'm like, okay, so are the football club going to be disappointed that I've put up a video like that? But I haven't done anything bad, right?
Yeah.
And I am asking you this question, and I want you to be honest, not just to be nice to me. Am I being oversensitive, and do I need to expect that I have a public job? If I'm going to put things on a public platform, there are going to be fuckwits that will say negative shit, and I need to look at them as that. Do I need to stop being so sensitive?
Yes.
Okay. I need to hear that, though.
Yeah.
Because I can't tell myself that. I have full anxiety and stuff.
I also know you as well, so I know it's going to be a challenging
But you
situation.
see how much trolls troll other people on the internet as well, not just you. So it's not anything that's just directed at Jarrod Walsh. This happens daily.
I know, it's a pain in the arse.
And it is, but it says more about them than it does about you.
I know. So then I put a video up talking about being nice to people on social media because I feel like if I've got some sort of small profile in Adelaide, I want to use that because I was affected so much by bullying in primary school and high school. And coincidentally, I'm going to see the psychologist about it this week because I need to talk about that stuff. But like for me, it's what the time that people take to write that negative shit. This is a very extreme point of view, but that one comment, I remember this guy, right? You would remember this guy on Twitter. You might have to beep his Twitter account. So just time code this, all right? Remember him? Mm-hmm. I remember that name. He was trolling this woman on social media, on Twitter. And she was, I can't remember her name. She was an influencer. She was involved in fashion. And he was trolling her alongside a lot of other people. I sent her a message because my name was tagged in it. You know how people used to tag people in when they think they're saying something funny?
Yeah.
I messaged her and said, I'm not involved in this, blah, blah. The next week she killed herself. And I'm like, people contribute to people's mindset by one comment or one sentence or one statement. We don't know. Matt's footy team could continue to lose, and you look at a message and go, I couldn't be feeling much worse right now, and this person that I've never met before made me feel even shitter. Like,
how'd you know we lost?
I follow you.
It was a good game, though. It was a very good game. Did once.
Do you know what I would do if I was you? I would put up that same video weekly with a different imposed sporting event on it.
It's a great. I was going to put it up. Me scrolling through. Screenshot the comments and go. Me scrolling through the comments, the negative comments.
Yeah, I'd put one up weekly, and do it from sports that finished 20 years ago and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, didn't Rosie say something along the lines of, this sort of thing helps?
Who's Rosie?
The assistant producer.
Okay. Yeah.
It actually helps the video go further anyway because there's feedback on there.
But my intention, right, and that's a really important thing you say, not one part of me has gone, I want this video to go further. I feel like my social media is me expressing myself in that way. It's not
You're not looking for feedback.
No, I'm not. And I'm not looking for likes and stuff because I'm trying my best to not measure value by likes and engagement. I'm not someone that needs to get that as a job. Like I don't have to look at my followers or likes to go, yeah, no, I need that to feel valued by people. But when it's the shit stuff, I get really affected. We get one negative message at the radio station I work at. I block that number straight away. And I'm like, I'm partly the problem because I don't embrace it enough, and I don't embrace that I've got a role where some people aren't just going to like me. It's fucking hard to deal with.
That's in life. Like you're not going to please everyone.
No, 100%.
Apart if Andy pleases everyone from what I've told.
Yeah. Old tripod.
Yeah, I know. Big slug schlong.
I'm not going to deny anything you just said.
I know. Infant's limb.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put those two together, but anyway. You somehow got to get in the mindset, and I know, just feel free to put your phone.
Oh, sorry. Should we answer this?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
Do you want to put it through the desk?
No, I was putting it on speakerphone. Hello. Hello.
Hi, Jarrod. How are you doing?
Oh, how did you know my name was Jarrod?
Yes, sir. Jarrod, you are speaking with Brad, and I've called you about your current electricity service.
Hey, Brad. How are you, Brad?
I'm fine.
Brad Pitt.
How are you going today? No, Jones.
Brad Helbig.
He knew I was
very long.
He's like, Brad Pitt, I've heard that somewhere. I heard that in the briefing this morning.
I can tell you what, and I'm not being, I don't want to sound like I am being racist, but his name is certainly not Brad Jones.
Yeah. The thing that went through my head in a split second, I was like, maybe it's the World Cup guys calling you from Dubai. Anyway.
Oh, they could have gone anhere, really.
Yeah, no,
really
thanks,
could've,
Brad.
Indiana?
Yeah.
Jones?
In Diana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Yeah. Somehow getting to that mindset of how I roll now. It's just like post and ghost. Embrace the good ones. Just ignore the bad ones.
Yeah, I know.
And I like the whole thing. It's actually worse for you to not write back or respond to that. It makes it worse for them.
Yeah.
So some sort of mindset like that will hopefully help you in the future.
Yeah, well, it's challenging because then I work with people on how to value themselves and I go through it. But I also like that about myself of going, I'm going to continually go through shit.
It's research and development for your course.
Yeah, I think so. So I need to get better in that regard, and the social media people are fuckwits a lot of the time. So just be nice. I don't see why. It's interesting because the people I know, if they say something, I know it's just banter, but it's like you don't know me. Everybody feels like they're an expert, but there are a lot of sad people out there.
The thing that I don't understand is people don't understand the fact that if you do nice things, it makes you feel nice.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
But so people are so upset with themselves that they have to portray that and bring someone else down below them.
Yeah.
To feel good about themselves.
Are we going to talk about the fact that, thank you guys, by the way, for the honesty. Are we going to talk about the fact that you looked like you were mid-passing wind in your photo with the former Prime Minister?
I was heaps nervous in that photo.
I know, you could tell. Your hair, it was outstanding
but
too.
This is a classic example of, we've all been through this before. We should do Secret Sound at some point. And who farted? And play that. $500 who farted. That was really tight, by the way. I'm really impressed because that's usually really a loose moment for you with a lot on the back end. But in regards to that photo, it's a classic example of me handing my camera over to other people that I haven't got a trust with to take a good photo.
Yeah.
And, I've come across that with Jarrod before.
That's how my wife feels.
I know, do it.
When I've handed my phone to you to take fucking photos of me, and it's the fucking worst photo ever.
I cop
it's
that
like
all the
he does
time.
it on purpose.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
mate, that's like...
I'm not a photographer, though.
No, that's like a footballer. It's like Charlie Curnow. I wouldn't expect you to know. But going, hey, mate, can you just kick this goal for us? That's what you do for a job.
That's what people used to call drugs in the nightclub back in the days, the old Charlie Curnow. You want to come back with some Charlie Curnow? Kick a few goals with this, hit the white posts. Anyway, Div 3, everyone. Where are we going with this? Cool. Yeah,
We're talking about your experience with the ex-Prime Minister.
Yeah, you know what? Very good experience, and I continue to work with it.
Yeah, I think it's great, mate. Yeah. I think there'll be a day where we know what you do, and I think once we understand that, we'll be able to celebrate it even more.
Literally, I get a question from a certain person, how was your day today? What'd you get up to? And I'm like, how do I start? Have you got a whiteboard?
Yeah.
I can do some diagrams and shit.
Yeah.
Just on politics, did you see this morning that Dan Andrews has canned the Commonwealth Games in Victoria?
Has he?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it was going to cost too much money. So we're 3 years out, 2.5 years out. And he's,
so you're kidding?
No, he's clipped him this morning.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what happens there?
I don't know.
They'll find somewhere else.
Yeah, but it takes more than 2.5 years to get you.
They must have no money because they pulled out of that 3-year deal to host the netball grand final too. So that's coming to Adelaide now. So maybe they're just going, we need to put our cash into something else.
Yeah.
I think that whole COVID thing, they spent way too much money, didn't they?
Well, mate, that's very, very true. There's people that I've spoken to have said, like, we think COVID's gone. Just because we aren't talking about it, people are still dying and impacted by it, right? But then there's the overflow now of businesses or people that during like the boom in real estate have overcapitalized, and the real estate or the interest rates have stuffed them. Now there's people that have to live even worse than week to week to try and survive. It's fucked.
Do you reckon Pete will step in and he takes everything? He's like, well, we'll just take everything.
Maybe, which is working well so far. But again, there's the stuff we don't see. You talk to paramedics and they'll probably have another view on what's happening at the moment.
Yeah, true.
Got real deep, real quick. But I like it though.
Ramping.
We haven't been interrupted. Rosie's not listening, so we can say whatever.
Should we bring her?
No. We can't call her on Facebook Messenger. What else has been happening in your life, babes?
Well, last week I went to the Brighton Trophy Centre, hung out there for the day.
I'm going there today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, after this.
I went there for one day.
Really
it was like being on a holiday because I went there for one day.
Did you have a Scotch?
Stayed for 3.
You stayed at Cons for Brighton Trophy. Did you mow their lawns?
Did you paint their toilet?
Yeah, I did. I did paint their toilet, yeah. There's a few times like, oh, this is a bit rough. Do I let them know? No, I love them so much.
Yeah,
They're so wonderful people. And got to hang out with Tom for a little bit as well, their son, who's in New York now.
Wow.
And he's making music at Spotify for a couple of
weeks.
weeks.
I've heard.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, getting really ingrained in the trophy spirit.
So all you're telling us is that you just went to see Con and Lena and that's all you've got to say.
Yeah, it's great content.
We need a new ad for Con and Lena in the Brighton Trophy Centre. We need to pump them up even more.
Yeah, totally.
Especially with footy season coming to an end in the next month or two.
I know.
Well. So teams will be looking for trophies.
What are you going to do in the off-season? Are you going to stay coaching?
Is it a 2-week off-season like every other football thing?
No. It was last year, but I'm going to take a bit more time this year. I went straight through. I worked it out the other day. From basically when I got the job to now, or to when this season ends, I would have been 2 years non-stop.
Far out.
Yeah,
bit of burnout.
Yeah, a bit of burnout.
A lot of whiteboard work.
A lot of whiteboard work.
Yeah, flicking the magnets around.
Yeah.
Good flick.
Hey, I had a moment the other night where I thought, holy shit, I'm getting old.
Oh, yeah?
Have you had a moment like that?
Absolutely, mate. I'm bald with a grey beard. I'm pretty sure I have that every day.
Yeah. Apart from that. But I was laying in bed the other night.
Yeah. Just on your back?
On my stomach.
Yeah. Oh, on your stomach?
Yeah, on my stomach.
There's a hole in the bed.
I was just going to say that.
And I sneezed.
Bless you.
I sneezed and I strained an ab muscle.
Yeah, that's not
And
good.
it has been so painful for the last 2 days.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't even know I
I've
had
sneezed and nearly shat myself before. I've done that.
Oh, that's a good one, though.
Yeah.
That's a gastro sneeze.
Yeah. Gastro sneeze.
Yeah.
I feel like you notice when it takes a bit of time to get up in both ways. Then, yeah, there's a few issues with that.
Start smacking it.
That
Try to wake it up.
Oi!
Yeah, wake up.
Your knees crack and your hips crack.
Yeah, the noises you make getting in and out of the car.
It's a bit detrimental too, because sometimes, like when Ollie was going through a phase where he wouldn't sleep, right, I'd have to lay down next to him in his cot and just pat his back, and then he'd finally fall asleep, and then as I'd get up, my knees would crack and my ankles would crack, and he'd turn around and be like, "Where the fuck are you going?"
Yeah, you lose tolerance as well. I think what I find with my kids is when they're misbehaving, I don't get angry at them, but you just hear this. It's just that big sigh of going, here we go again, just like our intro.
Yeah, I'm just like...
What are you like? Do you get angry as a dad?
No, not anymore, because now I'm like, you go into your mum's in 2 nights, sucked in. So that's how I roll. So that's good.
So you're the nice dad.
Yeah, no, I'm awesome. Yeah. No, you get to the point like you get angry on the inside. You're like, oh no, I can't be angry at the girls.
Yeah.
Go look after them.
Yeah, I find that with my eldest one who's playing Roblox and she wants to talk to people and we've said no, and she got really upset and she said all of my friends are talking to people and I can't, and I'm like, well, you can't really be groomed as a 6-year-old.
Isn't Roblox for like 12-year-olds and stuff?
Yeah, they all play it now.
Yeah, right.
And it seems pretty fun. It's like Minecrafty kind of stuff.
She like 6 or 7 or something?
She's almost 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she wants to get into that. It's just, I guess, managing the kids and how you educate them through shit.
Yeah,
hey?
and the predators.
Would you let them play Wordle?
Can they spell at that age?
Don't know.
Yeah, they're pretty good at spelling. Yeah, I'll just let them have a crack at it. He plays Zelda, which he's really good at. I play Zelda.
FIFA?
No FIFA yet, but she...
She'd be better than me, though.
Oh, my God, we played FIFA once, Andy and I. What did I win, like 12-0 or something?
I had a bad connection of internet, all right?
He was like Manchester United and I was Adelaide United. It's ridiculous. It was.
It was really... You didn't have KO back
No, I wasn't educated.
No.
How is it? You got an F1 update for us?
Nah.
NRL update?
Golf? No, I literally haven't had time in painting people's houses and mowing lawns. So,
well, let's wrap this up because we've got another episode that will drop at the end of the week, we hope.
If all goes to plan.
I don't think Rosie will be on the next one because she said she's out for the week.
Yeah.
She's preparing for the World Cup, which is weird because so am I and I'm here.
You're here.
Yeah, well, you're the main. You're the main host, aren't you?
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Every Batman needs a Bane.
Thanks for listening to Best Teammates. Follow us on socials and make sure you subscribe.